surrounds you, creating the ideal setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Welcome back, everybody, into tonight's Buckeye Roundtable show presented by Burger King, where you rule, with Jim Lachey, Paul Keels, Coach John Cooper. I'm Skip Mossick. Buckeyes are known for paying it forward. That's why Buckeyes Care strives to serve the betterment of our community by positively impacting families across Ohio. Join partners American Electric Power, Donato's, Kroger, the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the James Cancer Hospital, Huntington Bank, and WBNS TV in Columbus in supporting this cause at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Buckeyes Care.
Buckeye Roundtable, 60-second timeout.
All right, let's try to squeeze in here this evening. We know Ohio State will have a new starting quarterback despite the number of recruiting stars next to his name. Realistic expectations of Julian Sayin would be what? We'll start with Paul.
Take good care of the football, and I know that comes from listening to Ryan Day a whole bunch, but if he can do a good job, like Will Howard did last year in minimizing the threat of turnovers and keeping the ball safe, that's probably the best expectation off the top of the head you can spit out right now.
Yeah, and again, when you look at this offense and the quarterback situation, everybody's going to look to number 4. And we saw last year when we played Texas, Texas was making sure they knew where number 4 was. Mm-hmm. But I think Will Howard only missed 2 or 3 passes that whole game against Texas last year. He found other guys, and that's what Julian Sayin's going to have to do, whether it's going to be Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, Max Clare, Will Kazmarek. He's going to have to find other guys because if they're going to, double up Jeremiah Smith like they did a year ago, he's going to have to be able to find that second and third option in a hurry.
Coach Cooper, what message did you normally give to a new quarterback making his first start?
Again, take care of the football. Don't make the other team beat you. Don't beat yourself. Don't throw the interception. I'd like to see our quarterback also, if receivers are covered, pull it down and get us a first down. Yeah. I think that's the difference in a real good quarterback. Even in the National Football League, those good quarterbacks also run the ball.
All right, next up, Jim, tell us about the guys protecting him. Unlike last season, fewer unknowns about the offensive line. How much pressure does having some experience up front take off of a young quarterback?
Well, when you look at this offensive line, and if you look at the starters that we think are going to be out there on Saturday at noon, 4 of the 5 guys have played a lot for Ohio State. You look at Austin Sareveld, he's gone from guard now. Proposing he's going to be at left tackle. Luke Montgomery came in late in the year and really played well, especially in the playoffs. He'll be in there at one of the guard spots. Carson Hintzman, who's started every game 2 years ago. Seth McLaughlin started until he got hurt the week of the Indiana game. Carson kind of came back, so he's back. Tegra Shabola is back, and Tegra has improved and gotten better. He just has to stay consistent. So really, the only new face on that offensive line is, probably Philip Daniels, who's an Ohio guy out of Cincinnati Princeton High School, played at Minnesota, had a few starts underneath his belt in the Big Ten. Now he's going to be starting for the Buckeyes. So we've had some experience. Mm-hmm. Now, some of those guys, especially Austin Sareveld, are at different positions, but they ought to feel comfortable. The thing is, they got a new line coach, too. You know what I mean? You got Tyler Bowen in there, so the technique's going to be a little bit different. Asking them what they're doing is going to be a little bit different. But generally, these guys have been through battle, and now they'll have to go out there and do it again.
All right, playmaker is next, Paul. We know Ohio State is electric again at the wide receiver position, but how important will the running game be to open things up, and who do you see as a go-to guy in that backfield?
Well, and if they can, Skip, do what the guys last year did, make key catches out of the backfield, because Jim mentioned the TD catch that TreVeyon Henderson had against Texas, Judkins with one against Notre Dame. You like the experience of C.J. Donaldson, a guy that's come in, he's reshaped his body. So you also want to see what James Peoples can do. He had to sit behind those guys, so how hungry will he